to put a thorn in mine so I could feel like crap. And that's what I felt like every time I saw them. I had so much hurt and pain. I just naturally accumulate that I don't want to think about it, let alone talk about it. As you can see, maybe that's a fresh topic that happened how many years ago? A long freaking time. We got divorced in 2007. Like it happened yesterday. She says, "You do it or I will." I thought you were the one who wrote. To see people turn like that because their brain is zapped is heartbreaking. And to where now I am proud to take ADHD drugs to focus. Clarify, I have not been diagnosed, but I was on some other stuff, like deadeners. I'm no longer on those deadeners. And they put me, since I'm on so many downers, right? We decided to prescribe me uppers. What's the closest thing to uppers, man? ADHD drugs. And believe it or not, it takes about 2 weeks for those things to kick in. And I have hot flashes. Like crazy. And maybe that's the interaction going on with the uppers and downers. But I would rather deal with the hot flashes than remembering my nightmares. And I had some real screwed up. I don't want to remember. So I got off of those, right? And I'm on these like methamphetamine alternatives while I'm also on like heroin alternatives at the same time. Believe it or not, it is working. I'm actually writing. You can see what I wrote. I would have never done that. A week ago, I edited beats probably the same day. That was like, yo, I'm all excited for the 100 album release or 100 track release by the end of the year. 2 albums is the goal. And I'm like, yeah, I could get it done. Before, I was like beat down dog syndrome. Not look at me and feel pity. I was like, I'm cool being this way. Like I didn't show any signs. It's just a lot of the motivation that I thought I would never lose. The dedication that I have been known for was not there. And sometimes I get worried because, like, look what you have invested in, for one, right? And 2, you can handle yourself while doing it all, which most people can't. Or they try and they find it difficult because they just are unable to yet. They haven't learned how to do it. And when you do something over and over again and take hours and hours of like domestic abuse BS, it's like you see me and my cat. I don't care, man. They blind. They blind AF. None of them can see. None of them. And there are days when I'm like, I want to be blind too. It's kind of cool being dumb AF. When I was smart AF and I let everyone know it, they was like, hey, can you help me fix my PC? Hey, I need a website made. Hey, I need a software made. Hey, I need a graphic made. Hey, can you walk me through how to reset? My PC won't boot. Can you walk me through it in your head? Sure, not anymore, I'll share this with you though, but I ain't taking no calls. I love pulp. I see a lot of pulp in there. So that's kind of the person I became, I was introduced to all the bullshit that shouldn't have happened. But wait, there's more. Man, this is never ending, and it's like I don't want to talk about it, but it is never like I'm looking in my mind, looking through the memories, and how deep this rabbit hole goes. I've said bits and pieces throughout the years, but there's just too much to tell at one setting. And we have to get ourselves here to even talk about it. 3 beers in, and I think we would have finished our goal. I mean, we have 2 joints. Like, we haven't finished our goal. We got 1 beer, and I'm surprised I haven't got up at all. I'm gonna hear it. Trying to be healthy and impress people. And I'm already looking like a sad case. It's not what it looks like. Wink to that camera over there. It's not what it looks like. I mean, as you can see, I can take good care of myself and the place. But don't forget, when I move I mean, it takes the wrong move. And even there's a set of values that, do I really want to bore you? And lately, I just don't want to talk about any of it. And I guess that is the key theme. I don't want to talk about it. I would much rather experience life as it comes and forget. I'm not a rat. I never went to the police or anyone and told. I always kept people's secrets. It's the other way around. I seek disappointment. Be telling people fake lies and attaching their name on the lie, and I see if it comes back to me. High chance. I stopped playing that game because it was reckless. To all the relationships I've had, I stopped doing that. Well, it was like, well, you had a mind game. Well, I'm a freestyler. Listen, this is all freestyle. None of it's written. In fact, I have some writtens that I need to go over. But I feel like my mic sounds weird. There's that weird delay there. It makes it sound weird. Alright, this is my last one. So yeah, I gotta spend 150 more bucks just to make that stupid ass condenser mic work. Unless we want to listen to high noise ratio. The preamps on these, on the QSC, isn't very clear. But on the Yamaha, little ass mixer down there, thing's got some nice preamps. So maybe it would work, but I have to go buy another $150 part. It's like, shit, yo. I want to be done spending on all this shit. I got enough. I don't want any more. Finally set it up the way I need to. I don't need an NPC. I got that keyboard. We have our QY100. It worked fine. That's why I didn't sweat. If I didn't have my QY100, I'd be sweating a bit. I was sweating. I was sweating a lot. Because waiting there standing, I was probably reaching a peak of... So, the doctor prescribed me 40 milligrams of... God, what's that name, man? Strata. And I realized how focused I've been. And then I stopped taking it for 3 days. Just to see. It's amazing the difference. I can't lie. And all the shit, I skipped 80%, 90% of the story to here now. Like I didn't believe in ADHD. I was like, well, all you gotta do is believe it. Then I got closely involved with someone who had an injury to their brain at a young age. They got hit by a vehicle. Going to the zoo one day, ain't looking, and they ran right in the street and, lost part of the brain function. To me, that would make sense that you would have a learning disability You have a hard time focus, especially if you got hit somewhere in the front. And I thought that I would dedicate my life to this beautiful person. Because the poor thing lived in fear. It was amazing how fearful. Driving on the road, on the interstate, the brain would go to like the sign could fall on us when we drove under it. Or passing a semi on the road and they're fearful it's going to blow over. So fearful that it has an emotional reaction. And when I was introduced to this, I was like, this is something I cannot change. There were times, like when we sit up here or do your thing, the brain is constantly regulating itself. With some individuals, their brain cannot regenerate the juices it needs to overcome total chaos and a breakdown of running empty to where you spent so much energy fighting demons because there is a brain injury that happened making it this way. It's not anyone's fault, but I thought I could help her see positive. And look where it got me. So I'm a firm believer in ADHD now. So do y'all want to hear some of the beats I've made? I'll play them for you. I have the masters here, so move it. My lawyers will be on your case. I have good ones. I never had a problem with anything. 1100 and I forget the number, but that many tracks, and I've never had an issue. What does that say? So I don't know if these will be any good, the way I've been cutting them up. I haven't heard them, so I will hear something like this. Never mind. I didn't load it up. I thought I did. Oh well, life sucks. We're gonna play some freestyles. What I played there was a mix. So these are all like the boring ass shit. I really do have to go. Like these headphones are pressing on my head, hurting. I don't want to get my nights and days mixed up, but I haven't thought about nights and days for so long. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. Alright, so we'd be like deleting the tracks. Starting to fall out of favor me being here. So we have to not allow it to happen. Yeah, I'm seeing all the benefits of not being here, man. I did my time.